A great warrior, after emerging victorious from battle, severed the head of his enemy as a trophy. For ancient warriors, this was an act that symbolized pride and bravery. He hung the enemy's head on his horse, a well-deserved trophy after relentless efforts on the battlefield. Though exhausted and covered in blood, he smiled triumphantly, preparing to ride home. However, an unexpected incident occurred. His horse ran swiftly, and the enemy's head, with its sharp tooth, suddenly jabbed into his side. Although the wound was just a small tear, it led to grave consequences. The enemy's tooth was filled with bacteria, and when the open wound came into contact with the warrior's blood, another battle began, one within his own body, fighting against a spreading infection. The bacteria quickly entered his bloodstream and attacked vital organs. Within just a few days, he began to feel his body weaken. First came unbearable aches, followed by clear signs of infection. He struggled to stay strong, but the pain couldn't hide the truth. Infection had reached his internal organs, and his body was beginning to deteriorate. Though he had slain his enemy on the battlefield, in the end, it was the dead who triumphed. He couldn't comprehend that the cost of victory could be so high. In another corner of the world, during a cockroach eating contest, a man decided to challenge himself by stuffing a live cockroach into his mouth. The act horrified onlookers, and the man himself. As he tried to swallow the roach, he suddenly felt his throat tighten violently, as if some force had blocked all airways into his body. The suffocation came quickly and terrifyingly. He tried to cough, tried to breathe, but all he could feel was the desperation of each gasping breath. People around him watched as he wheezed for air, but no one reacted in time. Eventually, he was taken to the hospital, but it was too late. All efforts to save him were in vain. He died in the hospital, a death born from a foolish challenge, but a lesson for those who remained. Sometimes, careless decisions can lead to unimaginable consequences. At the same time, a no less bizarre event took place at a rock concert. A rock singer, in a moment of wild performance, suddenly leapt into the crowd. Losing control, he landed on the head of a nearby fan. The fan fell backward, and the impact fractured his cervical spine. Witnessing the scene, people were horrified. The singer, in a panic, thought the crowd would help lift him and carry him backstage, but instead, they accidentally pushed him back into the same fan. The fan collapsed to the ground and was left paralyzed, unable to move his arms or legs. His family rushed him to the hospital, where doctors immediately performed surgery. After several days in intensive care, thanks to the efforts of the medical team and his own perseverance, he was able to move his limbs once again. Though different in circumstance, these stories share a common thread: the unpredictability of fate and the price of unforeseen actions. None of the individuals involved could have anticipated the consequences of their decisions, and both stories serve as a reminder of life's fragility, how the smallest details can alter the course of a person's life forever.